Hey everyone, ready to explore some awesome travel apps that can seriously upgrade your next trip? We're going to go deeper than just what they do. Think of it like a deep dive into how they can actually, change how you travel for the better.
Yeah, we're looking at why these apps are great, not just what features they have, so you know exactly which ones will be your best travel buddies.
First up, the classic travel dilemma navigation. We've all been there, new place, feeling that mix of excitement and wait, where am I going?
Right, total rite of passage, but you don't want to be wandering around lost when you could be chilling at a cafe or something.
For sure. And Google Maps, it's a classic for a reason. Real-time traffic updates. It can tell you how to get anywhere, whether you're walking, driving, or taking the bus or train.
But here's the cool part, right? For 2024, Google Maps is like leveling up their recommendations. Imagine you get to a new city and Google Maps is like, okay, here's the top rated restaurants. But it also tells you about this hidden gem spot, like a little cafe that totally matches your tastes.
Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. But what about when I'm going off the beaten path, exploring places where there's no Wi-Fi?
For the adventurous types, you need MAPS-ME. It's the king of offline navigation. You just download detailed maps before you go, even like hiking trails and all those less traveled routes. So if you're trekking through a park or exploring a remote village, MAPS-ME has your back.
I love that. Like a safety net for when your tech decides to take a break. And just to throw it out there, Here We Go is another good one for offline maps if you need more options.
Always good to have choices. Now let's talk about another travel struggle, managing that itinerary. Flights, hotels, activities, it can feel like you're juggling, especially when you've got multiple stops.
Oh, tell me about it. I've wasted so much time digging through emails for those confirmation numbers. There's got to be a smarter way.
There totally is, and that's where TripIt comes in. It's basically your personal travel assistant that just magically organizes everything. Forward your booking confirmations, flights, hotels, tours, whatever, and TripIt just makes this super detailed itinerary.
So no more panicking over emails. That sounds like a dream.
Exactly. And if you're all about convenience and staying ahead of the game, the pro version of TripIt is seriously worth it.
Okay, now this is getting interesting. Real-time flight alerts. That could save you from missing a flight or dealing with crazy delays. And the reward point tracker. That's like your secret weapon for, getting free flights and all those travel perks. I like to keep things simple when I travel. Is there an app for those of us who want something, more minimalist?
Totally. If you're looking for one app that does it all, Kayak is a great choice. It combines itinerary management with booking, so you handle flights, hotels, even rental cars, all in one place.
So we've got getting around and staying organized covered. Now let's talk about something that can be a little intimidating for travelers: language barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wished you could just understand everyone everywhere?
It's like the ultimate travel dream, right? To just connect with people all over the world without worrying about language.
Exactly. So how do we make that dream a reality?
Well, first, there's Duolingo. It's like this fun, friendly language coach. Duolingo uses games to teach you the basics of a new language before your trip. You can pick up phrases and greetings super quick. It's like learning disguised as fun.
I'm all about making learning fun. But what about when you need a translation? Right now, you're looking at a menu and have no clue what you're about to order.
For those moments, Google Translate is your superhero. This app is insanely powerful. It can translate signs, menus, even entire documents right away just using your phone's camera.
Seriously, that's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, right? And it gets even better. Google Translate has this thing called conversation mode. Imagine you're talking to a local, even if you don't speak the same language. Google Translate makes it happen. It's like breaking down walls and really letting you connect.
Whoa, that's incredible. Like a personal translator right in your pocket. Any other translation apps that are worth checking out?
For sure. If you want an app for both text and voice translations, iTranslate is a really good one. Plus, it even works offline, which is perfect if you're exploring places without internet. And if you go for the pro version, you get website translations and currency conversions, super handy for, business travelers.
So many cool options. Before we move on, I got to mention another language app that has a different approach. Memorize, it uses videos of native speakers to teach key phrases. So you're not just learning words, you're learning how to say them correctly, with the right tone and everything. Makes it easier to connect with locals.
Yeah, it's awesome for quickly picking up those essential phrases for everyday situations, like ordering food, asking directions, or just starting a chat with someone new.
Okay, so we've got navigating, planning, and even talking to people covered. But what about staying connected and safe while you're abroad? Those are pretty important too, right?
Totally. Feeling connected and safe is Essential for a good trip, right? It's all about having that peace of mind so you can just enjoy everything.
For sure. Luckily, there's some really cool apps that can help with that. Let's start with staying connected. I think we've all had that moment of panic when you realize your phone plan doesn't work internationally, or like the roaming charges are going to be insane.
Yeah, that's a travel nightmare nobody wants. But the good news is there are apps that can help you stay connected without spending a fortune. WhatsApp, it's basically essential for traveling these days. Free calls, messages, you can even share your location with people back home. All you need is Wi-Fi or data.
So no more stressing over those crazy international calling rates. That's a huge relief.
Exactly. And pretty much everyone uses WhatsApp all over the world, so it's a reliable way to stay in touch no matter where you are. Okay, now let's switch gears to safety. We all love exploring new places, but it's super important to stay safe, especially in unfamiliar territory.
Definitely. Being prepared and having that extra security can make a huge difference. Any apps you recommend for, say, solo travelers or anyone who wants to feel a bit safer?
For sure. One that stands out is Be Safe. It's like having a guardian angel watching over you. You can set up a network of, like, trusted contacts who can see your location in real time.
So if I'm exploring a new city by myself, my friends or family back home can track where I am. That's a great way to stay connected and give everyone peace of mind.
Exactly. And Be Safe has this other amazing feature. You can trigger an alarm if you're in an emergency. Your contacts will be notified immediately with your location, and you can even set a timer so it'll, like, automatically sound an alarm if you haven't checked in by a certain time.
Wow, that's seriously impressive. It's like a personal safety net wherever you go. Speaking of safety, what about those times when you don't have Wi-Fi or data? It happens more often than we'd like.
Oh, for sure. That's when Wi-Fi Map comes in handy. It's a lifesaver for finding those free Wi-Fi hotspots, especially when you're in a new place and don't know where to go. And get this, it even helps you access those shared, password-protected networks.
So I can find those hidden Wi-Fi spots that only locals know about.
That's awesome, especially if you're traveling on a budget and trying to avoid data charges. All right, so we've got staying connected and staying safe covered. But let's be real, one of the best things about traveling is finding those amazing deals and saving money, right? Everyone loves a good bargain, especially on flights and hotels.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there are some seriously powerful apps that can turn you into a master bargain hunter. Spill the beans. Which apps should we be using to score those travel deals?
Well, first up, a classic, Skyscanner. It's been a favorite for ages and for good reason. You can search for flights across tons of airlines so you can compare prices and find the best deals. And pro tip, set up price alerts. That way you'll get notified as soon as the price drops on a flight you're watching. No more checking prices a million times a day.
Price alerts. Genius. I'm always looking for ways to make planning more efficient. Are there any apps that can, like, help you visualize price trends and find the best time to book?
Totally. If you want to see those price changes, Google Flights is your best bet. It's similar to Skyscanner. You can search across airlines, but it also has this cool feature called a price graph. It shows you how prices have gone up or down, so you can get an idea of whether it's a good time to buy that ticket.
That's super helpful. Takes the guesswork out of it. Okay, so we've found those awesome flight deals. Now let's talk about finding the perfect place to stay. I know some people love hotels, while others prefer a more local experience. Are there apps for both?
Definitely. When it comes to hotels, Booking.com is a giant. They've got a massive selection of hotels, apartments, and even those unique places, like tree houses or yurts. You can filter by price, location, amenities, you name it. Plus, you can see reviews from other travelers.
So many choices. That's amazing. But I'm also really into those local experiences you mentioned. You know, staying in a cool neighborhood, getting tips from a local host. What's the best app for that?
Well, if you're all about immersing yourself in the local culture, Airbnb is the go-to. They have everything from cozy apartments to huge villas, and they're often more affordable than hotels. But the best part is connecting with local hosts. They can give you those insider tips and recommendations that you just won't find in a guidebook.
Airbnb is a game changer. It's all about experiencing travel on a more personal level.
All right, so we found our flights, booked our accommodation, but now comes the really exciting part. Actually experiencing the destination. We want to find those hidden gems, connect with the culture, and make memories that will last a lifetime. What apps can help us do that?
Yeah, this is where the real adventure starts, right? It's not just about seeing the famous landmarks. It's about those, like, unexpected moments, the stuff that makes a trip truly special.
Totally. And I bet there are some awesome apps out there that can, like, point us toward those unique experiences, those hidden gems that we might miss otherwise. Oh, absolutely. If you're looking for a curated guide to like the coolest things to do in a city, you gotta check out Culture Trip. It's like having a friend who's a local expert giving you all the insider tips and recommendations, articles, videos, even personalized suggestions based on what you're into. So whether you're a foodie or a history buff or an art lover, Culture Trip can help you discover those hidden gems that really match your
I
passion.
love that. It's like experiencing travel through the eyes of a local, finding those places that really capture the soul of a destination.
Exactly. And if you're the kind of traveler who loves the unexpected and enjoys going off the beaten path, Atlas Obscura is going to be your new best friend.
Atlas Obscura. That sounds kind of mysterious. Tell me more.
This app is like a treasure chest of unusual and offbeat attractions. Think like quirky museums, secret gardens, abandoned theme parks, stuff you won't find in any regular guidebook. It's perfect for those travelers who love a bit of adventure and mystery.
Okay, that's definitely going on my list. It's like having a secret map to all those unique and amazing places that most tourists never see. Now, what about those of us who like a little more structure? Are there apps for people who prefer organized tours and activities?
For sure. If you're looking for a hassle-free way to experience something new, learn from local experts, and maybe even meet some fellow travelers, Viator is a great platform for booking tours and activities.
So we're talking everything from walking tours to cooking classes to maybe even a helicopter ride over some amazing scenery.
Exactly. They've got a huge selection of tours and activities, so you're bound to find something that interests you no matter what kind of traveler you are. Now let's switch gears for a bit and talk about something super important for every traveler: managing that travel budget.
Ah, yes, the financial side of travel. It's something we all got to be mindful of, right? We want to make our money last as long as possible and avoid any surprises when we get back home.
Absolutely. Keeping track of expenses while you're on the go can be tricky, but thankfully there are apps that can help us become budgeting masters.
Okay, I'm all ears. Which apps should we be using?
For a simple and easy-to-use expense tracker that's specifically designed for Trail Wallet is a great option. You can categorize your spending, set daily budgets, and even keep track of those currency conversions. And bonus, it works offline, so you can log your expenses even when you don't have internet.
That's so convenient. No more hunting for Wi-Fi, just update your budget.
Yeah.
What about when you're traveling with friends or family? Splitting expenses can get kind of messy.
You're telling me. For group trips, Splitwise is a must-have. It takes all the stress out of sharing expenses and makes sure everyone pays their fair share. No more awkward calculations or arguments about who owes what.
Sounds like a lifesaver. It's all about keeping those travel vibes positive and avoiding any money drama.
Okay.
Okay, so we've talked about budgeting. Now let's talk about something near and dear to my heart: packing. I'll admit it, I'm a chronic overpacker. I always end up bringing way too much stuff and lugging around a suitcase that feels like it's full of rocks.
Packing can definitely be a challenge, but there are some great apps out there that can help us become packing pros. One I highly recommend is PackPoint. It's like your personal packing assistant.
A personal packing assistant, that sounds amazing. I'm in.
It's super helpful. You just put in your destination, the dates of your trip, and any activities you've got planned. And PackPoint makes you a custom packing list based on the weather and your needs.
Whoa, that takes all the guesswork out of packing. No more staring at my suitcase wondering what to bring. Are there any other packing apps worth checking out?
Definitely. Triplist is another awesome one. It's more than just a packing list. It's like your all-in-one travel companion. You can make packing lists, store important documents, manage your itinerary, and even plan with your travel buddies. It's like having a virtual travel binder that keeps everything organized.
Sold. Now, once we've nailed the packing, it's time to capture those unforgettable travel moments. We all want to take amazing photos and videos that'll bring us back to those special places even after we've returned home.
For sure. And with the incredible cameras we have on our phones now, there's no reason not to come home with some stunning shots.
True, but sometimes those photos need a little extra something to really pop. Are there any editing apps you recommend for both beginners and people who want to, level up their editing game?
Absolutely. For quick and easy edits, Snapseed is fantastic. It's super user-friendly even for beginners and has tons of tools for adjusting things like brightness, contrast, saturation, and even getting rid of those annoying photo bombers.
Photo bombers beware. Now I'm always down to learn new skills, especially when it comes to photography. What about for those of us who are ready to take our editing to the next level?
For those who want more control, Adobe Lightroom Mobile is the industry standard. It's a bit more advanced, but it gives you incredible precision for fine-tuning every aspect of your photos, from color to sharpness to noise reduction.
So whether you want a subtle touch-up or a complete transformation, there's an app out there to help us create those picture-perfect travel memories. Now, before we wrap things up, let's touch on something that's becoming more and more important to travelers: sustainability and responsible tourism.
You're so right. It's not just about seeing the world. It's about making sure our travels have a positive impact on the places we visit and the people we meet. And luckily, there are some amazing apps out there that can help us do just that.
Okay, I'm ready to be inspired. Which apps are leading the way in sustainable travel?
One that I really admire is Too Good to Go. It connects you with restaurants and cafes that have extra food at the end of the day. You can buy delicious meals at a discount, which helps prevent food waste and support local businesses.
That's such a cool idea. It's a win-win for everyone. What other apps are making a difference in the world of responsible tourism?
Another one I love is Pack for a Purpose. It encourages travelers to use that extra space in their luggage to bring supplies to communities around the world. You pick a destination, see what they need, and pack a few extra things in your suitcase. It's a simple way to make a real difference in people's lives.
I love that. It's all about using travel as a way to give back and leave a positive mark. Now, for our final app recommendation, I want to introduce you to an app that's all about making those travel dreams a reality. It's called Hopper.
Hopper is a game changer for booking flights and hotels. It uses this super smart technology to help you find the best time to book. It analyzes tons of data to predict future prices and sends you alerts when it's the perfect moment to buy.
So it's like a magic crystal ball for travel deals.
Exactly. Hopper takes the guesswork out of finding the best prices and helps you book your trip with total confidence.
Wow, we've covered so much ground in this deep dive into the world of travel apps.
We've looked at apps for navigation planning, language learning, finding deals, discovering hidden gems, managing money packing like a pro, taking amazing pictures, traveling sustainably, and even predicting the future of travel prices.
It's seriously incredible how technology has changed how we travel. We have access to information, resources, and connections that we couldn't even imagine a few years ago.
These apps really empower us to explore the world with more confidence, ease, and purpose.
So as you're planning your next adventure, remember to check out the awesome world of travel apps. With the right tools at your fingertips, the possibilities are endless.
Where will your next journey take you?